In Ireland, we have one peculiarity in terms of how we manage our affairs, and that is that uniquely in the Western developed world, we don't charge ourselves for water in terms of households. We do for commerce and business, but not households. Under the agreement with the Troika, we have to change that. They've said, look, it doesn't make sense. You need to charge for water, and that needs to become part of the tax base and also part of how we manage a very scarce resource. At this point, we're facing choices about how to do that. We have very great flexibility in how we organize the water supply system and management system and how we charge ourselves. The government have come up with a few proposals. The first is to centralise the organisation in an organisation called Irish Water, where all the 34 local authorities basically cede their responsibilities to this national organisation. And the second decision has been to introduce metering. That is to say, you pay for water based on how much you consume. We in Public Policy, .ie, have decided to take this issue seriously and provide advice and support in terms of moving this agenda forward. We agree completely with the proposition that we should meter, we should charge based on use. It's fairer. Why should I, who conserve water very assiduously, subsidise you who consume it ubiquitously? So the logic in terms of fairness is compelling, but also in terms of efficiency. Water, especially in the east of Ireland, is becoming very scarce, and by charging, we use it more parsimoniously. The fairness issue is very, very important. At one level, it's obviously unfair that people who run jacuzzis and swimming pools and the rest of it are subsidised by people who don't have any of these. Rich people generally consume far more water than poor people. And if you essentially finance out of general taxation, it usually means that you're subsidising the rich by the poor, so to speak. The other side of that, however, is that obviously we all have to have a certain quantum of water to have any kind of life. And if you're poor and have a big family, you're likely to be stressed in terms of paying your water bill. So we propose that at the very least, the poorest 20% of us be directly supported in terms of essentially getting the water they need and not being stressed financially. There are mechanisms, as most of us know, for doing that in the case of energy, for example. We need an analogue in the case of water.